I just have one question. Have you let loose today?
Let
loose. We'll talk about the remix here in a second. But welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay. We are drinking. I got a little bit of coffee left. I'm probably going to go refill while everyone else is doing their intros. So I'm going to go do that. But I'm drinking coffee and obviously water because hydration is important. I'll be back.
And while Logan's getting his coffee, I am Brandon, your professional fangirl of drag concerts and video games. I'm also drinking coffee, iced coffee to be specific, though all the ice has melted. So this watered down cold, but needed. And as always, my giant ass water bottle.
The word on the street is that I'm the word on the street. I will dress as the Virgo Vixen of New York in my congenial era this time. I'm drinking one of many sparkling ice drinks that I have in my room, and obviously water, sponsored by Queen and New York City icon Brita Filter. Yes.
Yes.
And hello, guys. It is me. It is I, Mr. Talented, your favorite guy. And today I am not drinking a generic bottle of water. I am drinking a bottle of Gatorade because hydration is important. You know, I forgot my water today, but we have to substitute. So yes.
Work. I made it back just in time. We are back. I think this is the first time, at least for the Cup, that we've ever had a separate episode for covering the reunion of Drag Race. I don't think we've ever done a reunion.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because y'all had España's reunion and finale together.
Yeah.
And we did that for season 14 last year.
Yeah, I was like, I know we did 14, and I don't think there have been any other.
No, because we haven't had any. The reunions are usually laced into the finale episode.
Yeah. Or we just don't get one.
Yeah.
And we haven't had a need to cover because there was only a couple stuff from happening. Yeah. But this finale, not finale, for this reunion had a lot.
This reunion had a lot. It was, I'm so glad that we're back to the traditional reunion format. I was really happy to see it. There was a lot that happened, a lot of tension as we kind of figured would happen. But yeah, I had a good time watching this. I
did too.
Yeah, for me, it was okay. It wasn't one of the best reunions, but it wasn't one of the worst. I expected it to be a little bit more dramatic, considering, the drama that we had. But I get, the queens have already made up, they're not dwelling on the past,
Yeah.
And it did feel very long. I will say, I feel like there was a little bit of filler. That felt long. Like, I've never watched a Drag Race episode and was like, this is long. But this episode, I was like, this feels long.
Well, it was an hour and 20 minutes.
Right. The longest Drag Race episode.
I was going to say, so I didn't watch it live. I watched it after the fact on WoW Presents because I have a VPN. With commercials, was it an hour and a half or was it
2 hours?
It was 2 hours. That's what I thought. That's what I thought because I was like, this seems really strange. Like, this is one of the few times I would say, maybe we could have made it a 90-minute, including commercial. Like, we'll talk about it. There definitely were some moments that I think could have been removed, but also, like, I feel like I would have missed things if they were removed.
Yeah.
And I feel like, honestly, a lot of this probably was them trying to redeem themselves from having 60-minute episodes for the bulk of the season. So they said, here, a 2-hour episode. And we said, no, not this one.
Yeah, no, not this one.
Because if the finale is not 2 hours, I'm going to be annoyed and mad.
You might as well make it 2 hours and kind of, also do more interviews with the queens because there's been 4 queens I could list that were barely asked any questions whatsoever.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and so, go ahead, Mr. Talent.
No, you're fine. You can go.
Well, I was going to say there were a couple queens. Luxx specifically was someone that talked a lot about the reunion after the fact and said, yeah, there were girls that didn't say that much, but that's just because they didn't say that much.
That part.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, I mean, if you ask me, the winner of this reunion, Irene Dubois. Honestly, like
Very.
she
I would
got
say
her screen time.
I would say Mistress was the winner of this reunion.
Yeah.
That too.
I felt like it was her show. Like she was talking almost all the time.
Because Irene was Mistress wasn't out here misgendering non-binary people or trying to make a fool out of themselves.
Or calling people's accents fake.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have plenty of notes on this. Plenty of notes which I did write on my Salina EsTitties signed MacBook.
Yes, come on, EsTitties sign. Yes, I love it.
We needed more EsTitties this episode as well, so.
Ah, truly.
Almost every every shot they showed of her, she looked pissed.
She did.
Like she looked pissed.
You know what they could have brought up though? They could have brought up Salina versus Ross.
I feel like that would have been the worst possible thing for them to bring up.
Oh.
It would have been.
Especially because they've resolved their issues behind closed doors. So like I'm not
Maybe Wow was bitter and that's why they didn't put Salina back in this episode.
Perhaps.
Mayhaps.
I don't know. Do we want to talk about the reunion looks?
Oh, I got notes on these looks.
Because our beautiful, lovely. I'm just gonna call. What should your title be now, Brandon? Technical coordinator. Honestly, like our beautiful technical coordinator Brandon has pulled looks, but first has pulled all of the entrance looks of the season.
To review back, but also, can we talk about how like they edited this like shot? Because I was like, this is great, especially how they positioned Sugar, Spice, and Anetra.
Yeah,
like they're just like looking at Anetra like when Anetra said, "What?
What?"
My favorite. It's the LaDuca for me.
It looks like she's trying to parallel park.
Not the parallel park.
Not the parallel park.
No, not those. I don't know what else you had in here. Drag Race. First up, Amethyst.
I don't stir the pot. I smoke it.
I love this new intro that they did with them saying these lines. I'm pretty sure they told them the lines to say, but it was still good.
I don't think so, because we'll talk about Poppy.
Yeah, that part.
Okay, so I've been watching a lot of Bravo. I've been watching a lot of Housewives recently, and I was like, this reunion better be Housewives level because of all the drama that's been going on this season.
It's so Housewives. The intros, at least, were so Housewives.
The intros felt very Housewives because, it's kind of like, I've been watching Potomac, Ultimate Girls Trip, even though they don't have taglines, Atlanta, Miami. I think the taglines were cute. Amethyst, on the other hand, the raccoon look was kind of cute. I love the hair.
The hair is the only part of this I like. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, that's fair.
It's not a color that for me. I don't think this color flatters her at all. No.
Also, it doesn't help that the lighting in this shot that they did is very dark in the
It's
back.
bad.
Yeah. They could have done it somewhere. They could have done the intro somewhere else around the area.
I will say, like, when we get to the full shot, you'll see like the full-on raccoon that she has. Ooh. Not the sirens. Who's coming for me? Who's coming for me?
Sirens, bitch, you caught.
No, yeah. Anyways, like the raccoon is so cute because I was just like, oh, love that. But yeah, this outfit's like I agree with Logan. I only like the hair. If the lighting was a little different, I probably could have seen this outfit a lot better. But because it was so dark, in the background, I'm just like, what is happening? But I still love that they did this shot though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like her hair. I don't really like the color choices of the outfit because like you can't really see anything.
Yeah.
I love the addition of the raccoon. However, if I felt like that was like her inspiration, she wanted to have a raccoon. I felt like she could have gave us raccoon, not in like makeup, still look glamorous, but like give us like a contact
Don't pull
shade.
a halal bay from Canada's Drag Race.
Why are we doing raccoons?
Raccoon, not a concept you need to be doing on Drag Race, is what we've learned
Yep.
from this. It also makes her look short because like the leggings with the boot, like she looks short here.
Oh yeah.
But scores, Mr. Talented.
Mistress, I'll give her 50.
For Miss Amy, I'm gonna give her a 65.
Also a 65.
Amy is going to get a 70, and that 70 is entirely based on how much I love this wig.
Yes.
So, Anetra.
Ain't no rest for this bitch face.
I've seen too much pink in her package, from her Rumble package, and all I could think of was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and when Zordon said that too much pink energy is dangerous. That's what I thought of when I saw the Runway package. But I love pink, so.
I love the fading of the colors on the wig. Love.
Oh, the ombre is everything. Like
Mhm.
that. I will say I'm tired of glitter wigs. I'm ready for this trend to not be in existence anymore. But with that being said, she looks great.
No shit, I'm kind of tired of squiggle wigs at this point because it's like.
I kind of like the squiggle.
Like, I'm conflicted with squiggle wigs at this point. Part of me likes it, but then part of me is seeing it a lot now.
Yeah.
Same with the Y2K wigs.
Yeah.
I'm conflicted.
The garment itself, I'm not really a big fan of. It looks like it could fit better, a little bit tighter.
Sure.
I don't really like the spike thing that she has on it. It looks poorly positioned. But her mug is stamps, like she's always gonna give good. She's always gonna look good in that department. So
yeah.
I need to learn how to do that makeup scar that she does all the time.
Yeah, very signature.
It's the eyebrow?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the entire eye.
Oh. I'm pretty sure it's you draw like a normal eye, you draw like the normal eyebrow, and then you just do concealer.
Oh, okay.
Like I think I've seen that from like some beauty guru somewhere, and I'm pretty sure that's at least like one way you can do it. I don't know if that's how Anetra does it, but I know that's one way that you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But scores?
I'll give her a 65.
70.
75.
75 for Anetra. Aura Mayari.
Is the aura in here sickening, or is it just me?
This is cute yet simple.
This is her entrance looking black.
It really kind of is.
Was in black.
And the hair too. Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
At least the wig is better.
It could. It could. Oh, I mean, right. I said it's her entrance looking black. I mean, her entrance looking white.
I realized what you said as soon as I said it is black. Y'all, I'm slightly hungover today, full tea. Like, but
it's okay. It looks like she has a little moon. I like the little moon on her chest. That's cute.
She has a style, and her style is very specific. And it doesn't seem like she likes to go outside of her style very much. And there's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. And that's her style. And sometimes it works for me and sometimes it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her face is like her makeup is good. So
Oh, the makeup is always
always
there. Like,
Yeah.
I was so happy to see more of her. She's someone that I definitely wish we saw a little bit more from.
I wish we got to know her more as well. You know, aside from the fact that she has muscles and she can speak Tagalog, and she has a fiance, which
Right.
I've been knew about before this reunion actually. Amanda from press conference, I was literally DMing her like weeks ago, being like, is Aura single? And she's gonna be
No.
like, no, she got a fiance.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, just love this. Like, yes, I could have been very seeing something different, but this is still signature aura to me, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Scores?
80.
I'm also giving it an 80 because this is definitely something I will wear. Except the hair would be like maybe a brunette-ish.
Also 80.
80s, 80s, 80s across the board.
Yes.
Irene Dubois.
I may have gone home first, but I'm also a bitch.
Serving her sister.
Better than her sister. She's better than her sister. Because,
Come on, bra corset panty.
Because
Yes.
Bra and panties. Yes, that's right. Oh, wait.
This outfit's amazing. I love
I
this.
like it.
She looks like a
Look at this
villain.
female in a H&M bra, corset, and panty.
Not
Like,
H&M.
She would have done anything to it.
Poshmark.
Yeah.
Not Poshmark too. Oh,
Not Poshmark. I mean Primark. What?
Primark?
Primark.
This looks 3D printed. I don't know if it is, but if it is, that's fucking cool. I hope it is.
It looks 3D
I
printed.
like it. It's given like fish skeleton, bone structure, all to the addition of the little gloves or whatever on the hands. I like it.
The
makeup
mug.
did it well. I like
The
it.
mug. Oh my god. She might have my favorite face of the season, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's a couple of
I was not liking her during this reunion. However, the look was amazing.
However, Lucy,
every one of these girls has something unique. Lucy is good at what she does. However, I would call Lucy's drag, for lack of a better term, generic. Do we have scores for Irene Dubois?
Yeah, I'm gonna give her a 90.
This is also getting a 90 for me.
Mine is full.
I'm gonna give it a full as well. Jax.
Most girls follow the script. I flip it.
I'm mad we didn't get more of them.
I agree.
Same.
Maybe they didn't say much either.
I mean, it was interesting with Jax. We'll talk about Jax a little bit more throughout the reunion, but like, they really they had to be prompted in order to like say anything, and they weren't like trying to be in conversations. And I don't know whether that was intentional or not.
Maybe they're introverted, I guess.
That it seems that way
because like they're rarely like talking with the girls or whatnot. They're like in their own land, you know, playing Switch or whatever.
Yeah. Regarding the look, I think it's fine. There's nothing like negative about this look whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
This hair is beautiful. Like
again, it's partially because of this lighting situation. Like, I wish we could see more of this. Like, I can tell this outfit is like really nice, especially with how this hair is going. But with this outfit in general, we're getting like this like chain. I don't know what to call it. I don't know much about fashion, but like,
I don't know much about clothes, but my hair looks fierce. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
that part. No, but it's fine.
I love the wig. If you check
the wig is everything,
you see it better.
Yeah. I think she looks great. There's no notes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. Also,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Will.
Go ahead, Mrs. Talented.
No, I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh.
So, Will, you can say it.
I'm sorry. I'll say something, then we'll get the scores. I think they mentioned that this was also Babs inspired with the hair, which I live for.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
You're fine, honey.
She captioned
My brain
it
is in La La Land.
BAXOJAI. So
Now scores.
this is probably the highest I've ever given her since this season has started. I'm gonna give her a 90.
Someone fact check that.
It's either this. I probably scored her promo high, but
Okay.
I feel like, yeah, probably.
yeah.
I'm gonna give this a 95.
90.
90 as well. Lulu DeLucu.
Servant construction worker.
I may have been cut before the finale, but losing is the new winning.
This is so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
This is so good. The proportions of everything, the way that bodysuit is constructed with the nude paneling, the chops, the like bandana skirt situation, the hair, it's all just, it's so fucking good.
I enjoy it because this has into, her day job being a construction worker. The only issue I do have is I wish it had like a little construction hat fascinator or something.
I was gonna say something in the hair, like just a little like I would have loved just a stupidly small construction hat just perched on the top of this giant wig.
Because
Same.
she's a very campy queen. She's very goofy.
Goofy, she's very goofy.
I also really like the boots to this.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I wish that the color of her pants section was probably white and not the blue, because it looks like it's like a different outfit to me.
I guess it's supposed to be the jeans. I don't know. Maybe the cutoff is weird.
I think it's supposed to replicate like denim jeans.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
So in that situation, I understand it because it's like the bandana with the blue jeans and like the white like tank top or whatever. Like I see it, but I also see what you're saying as well. But no, this is.
Mhm. I could definitely see this outfit as like a full white or a full denim.
Yeah.
The whole thing in denim. Oh.
I would do that. Something kind of always. I would have never imagined Loosey LaDuca as a construction worker. Lucy, being very campy, goofy, musical theater, like working on the construction site, but judging by the tattoos and stuff, she's like clang, clang. I thought she was more clang, 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 goes to trolley, but she's also clang, clang, clang.
She's pouring concrete. Well, not anymore, but she was.
Clang, 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 goes to trolley.
Scores for Lulu DeLucu.
I'm gonna give my soon-to-be Grammy Award winner. I'm gonna give her a 95.
This is getting a full for me.
Yeah, this is full as well.
Honestly, this is overflowing.
Yes.
This is the best she's looked this season, honestly.
Future Grammy Award winner Loosey LaDuca.
Speaking of, have we heard the remix?
I have.
I've heard bits and pieces.
What do we think?
This was
Love
not
Lemon first.
This is not Lemon's best.
It's not Lemon's best. No.
It's not her best, but I still love the verse.
I think I have a bit of issue with Lemon and her cadence recently since hearing that one song, but because like she ate with Sweet and Sour and she ate with Come Through, but ever since she got that song with Laguna, some of her verses haven't been giving to me.
Oh, I like Sticky Sweet.
I love Sticky Sweet as well.
And this is coming from me who saw her perform Sticky Sweet live, and I did not even know what that song was. No shade. Because this is like the British Invasion and whatever.
Yeah. I got to hear I was one of the first people to actually hear the Let Loose remix because it premiered at the show when I saw Jan.
Yeah.
When she came to DC, and I was like, oh, it's given. And of course, the amount of loose jokes that Jackie Cox made.
Oh my god.
She should.
Jackie! I always wanted Jackie to let me loose.
Ooh.
Let Loose
No.
remix featuring Jackie Cox.
I wish, because what Jackie said, she was just like, when you hear this song, it's like poppers. I was just like, oh, honey.
Yeah. Literally.
But yeah, great.
Luxx, Noir, London.
Speaking of future Grammy Award winners,
Yes.
I may wait. I didn't ask to be the beauty standard. I was just born this way.
and Christopher John Rogers. This bitch literally showed up to the reunion in Christopher John Rogers. That is mother. I don't give a fuck what She Never By Night has to say.
Ooh.
Because I will be getting on her ass too a little bit. However, Luxx is iconic. She's in Christopher John Rogers. The hair is by OMG Wigs, Jane Essence Hall's partner. I love seeing bows in hair, like sculpted like bow who's like these bows like with the hair texture. Like I've seen it on Niani and a few other people. It's cute.
I
The
live
hair
for
bow is
that.
everything. Yeah, the hair bow
It's
is
the
everything.
hair. Yeah.
The hair is lovely.
Ooh.
The hair is lovely. The outfit is cute too. It just at the shoulder part, it just looks a little bit too big. It could be intentional, but like across the shoulder, it just looks a little bit too big.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And of course, beautiful in the face. Like a lot of these girls have amazing. This might be one of the seasons where almost all of the cast has amazing makeup skills.
Mm-hmm.
The Mug.
The
I just went back and rewatched all of Mug because I miss Naomi and Kim together.
I'm
Same.
excited to possibly see Naomi or Kim Work the World. And
Yes.
maybe this guy.
I love it.
Like I said, Vox, if you're hearing this, put Deja on the Radio City Music Hall lineup. Thank you.
Yes.
Back to Luxx. Back to Grammy Award winner Luxx Noir London.
Work, diva.
Really quick. The shoes. Are they
shoes.
stoned? I can't tell.
I want to say yes, but I honestly couldn't tell you.
Again, it's this lighting for me.
Yeah.
This lighting sucks. No shade.
Again, don't get me wrong. Love the building wherever they shot this, but like
the
lighting's-
theater. Well, it's the theater at the Ace Hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
I
where they
just
film. That's where they film all of it.
I just wish they filmed at the Flamingo. I just wish they filmed that Flamingo again and gave Dragons Live more promo.
Yeah.
AKA, I want to see more Asia O'Hara and Deja Sky on my screen.
Yep.
And now, Diabetica.
Yes.
Scores?
A 90 for Miss Foxx.
95.
90.
90. Malaysia, Babydoll. Fuck.
Overflowing.
This wig, like, what is wrong? What is wrong with her? Like, this wig, it's just so amazing. And the makeup with the wig and the color of the dress with the wig, like, like
She has one of my favorite taglines from this. I may be a baby doll, but I'm not to be played with.
Work.
I fucking love her.
Just everything about this is everything. Again, a lot of Malaysia's outfits this season in general, like one of my all-time favorites, especially this one now. Like just the pink everything. I'm just like I want this wig. I want this wig.
I've like been enjoying Malaysia, especially a lot more recently, considering she's being very open, raw, and honest on the socials and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because production didn't give us much of Malaysia Babydoll Fox this entire season. I'm looking at y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I already said this is overflowing. This is Mother. I want to see her on a future All-Star season.
I think we will.
We probably will. Check her credentials. She has fabulous garments. She's done hair for the City Girls. Her mom is a champion. Like, come on now.
Her trajectory, honestly, feels very similar to Mohart for me.
Same.
Whereas, like, she has certain things put together on her original season. I think if we see her back, I think we're just going to see the fully elevated, complete version of Malaysia, Babydoll, Foxx, Dupree, St. James O'Hara, Davenport III.
This woman killed like what, 45 foxes for this look, if I remember correctly.
I hope
allegedly.
not.
I hope not.
I hope not. Shit. Well, this
No, I'm just
color,
saying.
everything y'all said is what I would have said. So, like, just mother. Scores, even though Will already said overflowing.
It's overflowing. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it again. Overflowing. Work, mama.
Overflowing.
The TV is leaking. Cindy.
Yes.
Mother.
Speaking of Cindy,
Marshall's,
let's talk about her
TJ
sister.
Maxx, Home Goods, Sam's Club, Walmart.
Burlington Coal Factory.
Oh, I forgot Burlington. Thank you for reminding me.
If you come for me, I will apologize immediately.
This look is so good.
I know.
I am so obsessed with this. Like,
I enjoy it.
you want to know? You want to know the one thing I don't like about this?
What?
Oh no.
Her makeup.
I mean, come on, Logan. It's gotten better.
I don't love this very like severe makeup for this look. I would have loved a softer eye. That's just me. But I was never one to complain about Marcia's makeup because I think her softer makeup is actually really, really good. And here she just looks like Rosé.
Oh, that's even worse. Yeah, I have to.
Okay, hold on. Let's compare from her entrance to this real quick.
Oh, damn.
I prefer her entrance makeup. Honestly, I do.
At least we get to see her nose this time.
Makeup.
True.
I
Makeup? Where? A big girl? Where? We'll get to her shortly, actually. I think.
Yes.
I'm getting like 3 references here from this. Ty is giving me Avery Jennings from Doggo the Blog.
Ooh.
Pattern. Pattern is giving Clueless, obviously.
Yeah.
And the hair is giving Gertie Giggles from Spy Kids 2.
Oh. Yeah, the main inspiration
Not
was
the Spy Kids reference. Will Justice.
It's giving Gertie Giggles.
Oh.
Yeah, the main
Anyway.
inspiration is Clueless. So
The Cap
got
Block also said it was giving Gertie Giggles too. I still see it too. Like she's about to twirl.
Who made this for her? I need to know who made this.
Let me Google.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah. What I really don't like about this outfit is her hair. I don't like that it's like uneven, like it's not leveled.
I think it needs a bang, maybe. Like a bang or some front pieces.
With the double pony, I don't think personally. but
Okay,
that's
so the
just me.
hair is made by her. The
And
jacket
the-
and dress is made by Audrey and Diaz.
Yeah.
And the ties from Martin Lara.
Work.
Ponytails and a bang? I don't think.
I think honestly, if she had done an Ariana pony with a bang, that maybe would have been cute.
Oh
Or
yeah,
I
that would
feel-
have
Or if they're gonna go for the pigtail moment, do what Ariana did for that Rain on Me performance and have like that side bang.
Honestly, maybe. I don't mind the hair as is. Yeah, it's just like especially in the left side of the image, she looks like Rosé. You can't tell me otherwise. And that's no shade to Rosé
No shade.
because
No shade to
he is a very attractive man.
very.
Oh, she is.
Woo!
Even though she was busy kissing up on the
Again, I'm
other
still
attractive one.
I'm still not over that video with Lady Camden.
Oh my gosh. Do not even.
Scores for Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Sam's Club, Walmart, Burlington Co. Factory.
Yes. She's getting a 90.
For once, I'm not pleading, and I think this is the highest score I'm gonna give her. This is also a 90.
I think you've given her higher.
You've probably given Marcia higher.
Have I?
I want to fact check it. I'm going to fact check it before the finale.
Yeah, after 95.
95. Mistress Isabelle.
Oh
Mother.
my fucking god. This is amazing.
Winner of the reunion.
Winner of my heart.
She's in
Yeah.
her congenial era, y'all.
I told her she's the Miss Congeniality. Like,
If
wow.
not her, Robin or Malaysia.
If not-
Sorry, go ahead, Mr.
no,
Thompson.
you're good.
I was just gonna say she has actually my favorite Housewives tagline. I may be a mistress, but honey, I'm Rue's main bitch.
Yep.
Mm.
I
That was-
live.
I have to clock it.
Oh.
I can't be biased. When she was sitting, I could see the lace.
Same.
The lace was visible.
The
Yeah,
lace
right.
cam is shady this season.
But to be fair, we saw a lot of lace in this reunion.
Yes, very.
So
No, then again, it was
Did we?
this is filmed after the finale. They had to be on the set for like what X amount of hours.
well, this was allegedly the next day.
Yeah, allegedly the next day.
So they would have done like an 8-hour filming, which means that they were probably in drag for 12 hours and
And
then
they
had to film this the next day.
They probably didn't get any sleep, which is probably a big issue.
No. But this color, this blue on her, the gold. I'm a little biased against the blue and gold because those were my school colors for like the
Same,
majority of
same.
my
Come on, the
education.
grassy.
So like
Those are technically my school colors too. Shit.
they're not mine anymore. I'm maroon and gold, which is much better. But no. A big girl. Where?
Where?
Truly.
I've been a sucker for gold chains recently, ever since I first saw Jurigi and Willow with those black gowns and the gold chains.
Oh,
So
period.
I've been obsessed with gold chains ever since. So this is amazing to me. I like the combination of the blue, and of course, this bitch always got words around her. MIB, Men in Black, Mistress Isabelle Brooks, Miserable Ignorant Bitch, Not My Words, a few other girls' words.
Ooh!
I think it was one of the no. I think it was a joke amongst one of the queens that she had Miserable Ignorant Bitch as the contact name. And you know, these girls have to have fun. Tea.
When Sasha was like major intestinal blockage.
Yes, that. I was gonna
That
say.
killed me. That killed me.
Also, side note, did y'all see the rap battle between Roberta and
Yes,
Mistress?
of
Yes.
course. Who do we think won?
I didn't listen to it yet.
Okay, so personally, me and my people, I think Bob won, even though I've already
Yes.
heard this bitch use the Ricky Roach beat once already for another read. So
Yeah.
it's like we already seen you use it against Azalea. Now you're doing this against MIB, but somehow it was a close match.
Bob ate. I'm sorry. I love MIB, but Bob ate. Bob ate down with that. It was so
Yes.
good.
No, yeah, like both were really good, but it was Bob. Bob took the cake.
So,
Especially with the song coming out at the end.
oh, that part. Scores for major intestinal blockage.
Just for the lace, and I saw it, I'm gonna give her a 97.
So
I would love to give her a full.
Honestly, I don't care about the lace overflowing.
96.
yeah,
Because I can.
Fair.
Okay, who's next?
Oh,
Broken Cup.
COVID.
Next
I'm quitting
up
drag.
is
You're welcome.
next up is Princess Poppy doing her best fucking Rebecca Glasscock.
He's doing Rebecca
drag.
Glasscock and Bible Girl in the tagline.
Oh my god. I was like, it took me a second when I saw this. I was like, where the fuck do I know this from? And then I was like, fuck, it's literally Rebecca's entrance look on season
Yep,
one.
exactly.
I have words for this. I wrote in my notes.
Why?
Look, I wrote in my notes. Everyone looked amazing except for Ploopy. I've heard lots of bitches say that this is iconic. No, this is just shit.
Ooh.
I watched the trailer and I was like, what is she wearing? Like
Literally.
I literally felt offended. I was like,
Out of all things you could reference,
like
out
what
of
are you
all
wearing?
the girl, this has been clocked before. This was also clocked on the calendar before. This is like this. Does Princess Poppy have originality?
No.
Like
No.
does she have originality? Like, I've seen a bunch of people calling out Lex saying that, oh my god, you're a copycat. Da, 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 da. Meanwhile, the real copycat is right here. You was out here copying Ashley Tisdale, RuPaul, Art Simone,
Ooh.
Katy Perry, and now this. And now, out of all queens you could reference, Rebecca Glasscock?
Honestly.
If you were going to pick a season 1 character, probably Tammy Brown could have been a great reference.
Well, we saw Tammy Brown last season, so don't do Tammy Brown.
Yeah.
It didn't end well for Angie.
Yeah, I know. Like,
go ahead, Brandon. Oh my
I will
God.
say, okay, again, who I think ever since Cetera said this on Twitter, how's Rebecca Glasscock doing now?
Right.
And I'm like, oh honey, I'm like, part of me like kind of enjoyed it, but at the same time I was just like, this is still kind of not it.
You could maybe it would have been better if it was elevated.
How the fuck do you
How-
elevate this look?
Yeah, how
A train.
maybe
Of what?
Of what?
Okay. Here's how
A denim jean train.
Yes.
Okay.
Some looks need a train. Actually, no way. We could because I was about to because there's another look that needed a train when we get to Belgique Logan.
Oh, I know exactly which one you're talking about, and yes, I completely
Ooh, wait, hold on.
agree.
Mhm.
Ploopy. I'm sorry that I've been dragging you all season, but I'm not sorry that this look is that my cup is broken for this one. You did have some moments which I actually was like, okay, work. I could give you a little clap for that. But between the alleged lawsuit and between I don't know. It's just something that like is like off about Poppy for me. And it's I don't know.
It's a very old maiden type of drag aesthetic.
Rebecca Glasscock of all people?
If Eris were here, he would say cack.
The wig is
Let's do some scores so we can move on from this, shall we?
Yes, please.
It's not her best. It's not. Honestly, she had such a good promo, but almost all the looks that she gave on this season were whack.
Yep.
This is not her worst. It's not her best. Appreciate the reference. So I'm gonna give her 70.
Oh wow.
Actually, no, I'm sorry, Will. I'm sorry.
No,
Actually,
you're good.
a 60 because
No, you don't have to change your score for me.
No, it's fine. A 60 because I remember how I felt the first time I saw this. A 60.
No, because like when when we was breaking the fourth wall when we was recording when we was about to record Spotty, I told Logan about this. I was like, there's one look that I'm gonna plead. There's one look that is pleadable, and this is the look I'm talking about. I appreciate you bringing in an obscure reference. However, I don't think Loosey should have been the one that was called generic because Poppy's more generic than her. At least Loosey brought some good fashion. But for the reference, I'm giving this a 12.
That's generous for you.
Because
you first pleaded, and now you're just giving it 12 just for.
I don't know.
Which I can appreciate.
Part of me has Esme in my brain for some weird reason because Esme don't.
Esme is always on the brain.
Esme is always on the brain.
Esme don't like that girl. I don't like that girl for other reasons.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that we got a Rebecca Glasscock reference.
Yes.
Sure.
My generosity to this is a 30.
I will also be giving this a 12.
Bye, bitch. What I do hope is that the finale look is better.
Next.
I feel like I was a little bit too generous.
I think you were.
I think I was because
I'm gonna give you the opportunity.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna say-
forget that you gave this a score originally. So
Yeah,
Will
we're
started
gonna
our
edit
score.
it out. We're gonna
Mr.
edit-
Talented, what's your score?
Let Mr. Thompson be in his congenial era. Let him be. I'm kidding.
I was a little bit too generous. I'm gonna give this a 25.
Okay.
Okay.
That feels better.
That's
I'm not editing out the original. We're leaving it in.
That's
And we have now given Poppy more airtime on our podcast than she received on season 15. Let's move on to Robin Fierce, shall we?
Bad
Okay.
bitchery is bad as bad bitchery does.
You know,
Mother! I'm so
Mother.
sorry.
I'm so glad this tagline also was a reference to her upcoming single Bad Victory, which will be available on iTunes and all streaming platforms soon.
On Friday.
On Friday. I love this wig.
Oh, for the finale. Oh, I see what you did there.
Yep.
Sorry, Will, go ahead.
I love this hair. Obviously, I love a red outfit. I enjoy this hair. It feels very like who's the wig stylist I'm thinking of? I'm thinking maybe either Tokyo Styles or Eric and Tay would do this.
Sure, yeah. Okay.
I've been loving bumped ends recently. Like the flipped out ends or whatever.
Yes.
I'm so glad Robin got her screen time this episode because production, we have issues. Looks like production and I need to have a chat. Because I'm gonna need y'all to release the 90-minute episode version of all those episodes pre comedy challenge because I want to know if he cut out a bunch of Robin content from us.
That part.
I still just in my heart of hearts believe that if her and Amy had played up their romance more, they both would have made it further.
I
stand by that.
I also stand by that.
Part of me thinks that they didn't want to do it because they both felt uncomfortable at that very moment.
Correct. But I feel like if they had, I feel like they both would have made it further. But,
or if Robin wasn't holding back.
Oh yeah, the holding back comment. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that too.
We
need more Robin Fierce. We need
more Robin Fierce. All of it.
Yeah,
the first drag queen to speak at Yale Law.
The first drag queen
that part.
The first drag queen at Best Buy. She threw the first brick at Best Buy. And no one was killed.
Nobody was killed?
No one was killed.
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon.
Up every time.
Oh my god.
It's the fact that Robin didn't have much screen time, yet somehow she had the most reaction pics and memes from the early episodes.
Her and Irene really, truly are the two.
And then for Poopy. Anyways, back to Robin. I just want to talk about her more and more to get the more screen time that she deserves.
Yeah, this look A. She did good. She did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really enjoy this. I don't always love red, yellow, and black together, but I think this is a really fun way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
The wig is amazing. The sunglasses are everything. The silhouette, the shoe, just all of it is just so masterfully done.
Robin Fierce
and the legs.
Robin won the Belgian Color Runway Challenge.
You're not wrong.
It's red, yellow, and black with a twist.
Yeah, honestly. But yes. Scores for Miss Robin Fierce.
I've never done this for her before, but the cup is full.
I'm also gonna give this a full.
I think I'm tied with the because of her her signature drag look.
Yeah.
So it's full.
Full! Yay, Robin!
My girl finally got her screen time.
Thank God. We finally all appreciate Robin Fierce here at the Cup. Thank you.
Yes.
EsTitties.
You may see a little Latin boy in drag crime, but I see a nice pair of EsTitties.
Bitch.
Oh my god.
She ate.
This garment, beautiful. The way
She is giving you as keys.
I don't get the
The
way-
pink, yeah, the pink puff in this is like what gives this outfit everything. I love how she like uses her makeup with that as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
She
white girl.
Do y'all get the reference?
I kind of got the reference. It was supposed to be from it's supposed to
To
be
Wong Fu.
To Wong Fu, John Leguizamo,
Yeah. Like Wazamo?
like Wazamo, yes.
Yeah. So the garment, I kind of figured who the garment was as soon as I saw it. The garment is Rico Cavalli, and you can kind of tell because it's very Rico Cavalli. The hair is OMG Wigs and Fina Barbital, and I'm just happy to see Fina Barbital's work on Drag Race.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, I love this bitch. No, this left no crumbs. This is the best Salina has ever looked on Drag Race.
Yes.
Until the finale, which I hope we get a great garment from her. If this is what she's bringing for the reunion, baby, the finale better be it.
Oh yeah.
I think her tie-dye look, makeup here, everything. The fish kind of from Shark Tales look, tie-dye to die for.
I prefer this one, but I do like both.
I do enjoy the BBL fish from
Yeah.
Shark Tale.
The only thing is the wig.
Oh, you don't like the wig?
No.
It's a direct reference to Tu Wong Fu, and that's why I love it.
See, I don't know what that is.
You've never seen Tu Wong Fu? Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
I too have never.
talent.
I too have never watched it, but however, I've seen photos.
Brandon, please.
I've never watched it, but I know the
God
reference.
damn you all.
Sorry.
Children!
The oldest children.
Literally, that's what I was thinking. But we
The
can't
oldest-
quote her anymore.
That
the
part.
oldest references of like queer culture I know is like Paris is Burning and freaking The Birdcage.
Okay, have we all seen Paris is Burning here?
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Talented!
I will give you my HBO Max.
I've watched, mind you this, I've watched Paris is Burning 3 times for my college classes.
Same. All of my viewing experiences have actually been for college classes.
And I'm surprised that was like my like way of learning what Paris is Burning was. Of course, we've always heard it for the quotes in the
Yeah.
great tradition of Paris is Burning, but at the same time, I'm just like, the fact that I'm watching this for a college class, it's fucking
Yeah.
fierce.
Exactly.
I took queer studies my first semester of college, and that was my first exposure to Paris is Burning.
Yes.
I feel like for the people that haven't seen Paris is Burning, once you watch it, a lot of modern day queer lingo and a lot of like drag race quotes are gonna make sense immediately to you.
Yes.
Because it all really comes from Paris is Burning and from those like early I'm gonna say ballroom. Early
Yeah.
ballroom exposure, all of that. So
Y'all have queer studies courses at your colleges?
Oh yeah.
I
I TA'd for one of them, so
I have I'm probably gonna declare a third major in queer studies
Okay.
when I transfer.
I've only watched Paris is Burning. Okay, so I watched Paris is Burning once, and this is like back when I was like visiting St. Louis for the summer. It was the summer when Post season 2 was airing. And I was like, this is like-
Okay.
this was back when it was on Netflix before it moved to HBO Max. I watched it and I was like, okay, now I get so many references now. Now I understand the ballroom community a bit more.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to learn more about this community every single day, especially considering it was birthed in New York and all that.
Yeah.
And these bitches have paved the way for a lot of us.
Yeah.
Very.
And yeah.
We'll do a cup movie night at some point. We'll watch
Butch Queen. Butch Queen.
We'll watch Butch Queen, literally. We'll watch Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, and Paris is Burning. We got you.
Yes.
Anyway, scores for Salina EsTitties.
I'm gonna give her a 95.
These is getting an overflowing for me.
overflowing.
Overflowing for EsTitties.
Mother.
Mother!
I have an issue with this.
I have several.
The fact that she mothered too hard.
That and the color contacts.
Yeah.
The
But
color-
Sasha is still, I'm still your favorite drag queen's favorite drag queen.
Fact.
Mm-hmm.
I love the contacts.
I don't mind it.
I was
Mhm.
scared, no shade.
Not with this look.
And I.
Oh,
Someone have your moment.
I'm gonna just say she's given us amazing looks, several of which I have given. I think all of her looks I've given 90 and above. Genuinely, I probably gave her 85.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's been like between like 85 and above. All of her
Uh-huh.
looks. Amazing package, one of the best. However, when I saw this, I just thought of her lip sync outfit. To be honest.
It's
I thought
it's
she-
directly inspired by her Lollapalooza look.
Like, this
that
is
was
like
Yes.
this is
that
the
was
elevated
it was,
version.
it was incredibly intentional from what she said on social media.
I know, but I felt like she could have just given something different.
I understand that.
I agree.
Mhm, no, I agree, but I still love this look because, of course, like, how can you like show this off and just like pay direct homage to like something that she does for a living for so long with her performing?
I just wish it had fingerless gloves and maybe some swoops around the hair, like the edges and whatnot. Maybe there was like a curly bang somewhere, like a curly hairpiece,
Mhm.
and like in the front of her or something. I don't know. However, this is a great look no matter what. Sasha Colby does no wrong. And I was like, did Sasha just throw these on? Is she zooted? Is she medicated? Is she okay?
I love Sasha Colby. That's all.
Same.
Scores.
I'm gonna give her 80.
Fair.
Fair.
95.
This is full.
90.
Am I the bitch of the day?
No, because I understand exactly what you were saying about this look. And
No,
I
yeah,
got it.
It's fair. It's a fair argument.
I just don't have that issue, but I understand why you would.
I think I'm still the bitch.
Sugar and spice.
We're not as annoying as we look, or are we? Ugh, I'm bored.
I'm bored.
I have to be really honest here.
Uh-oh.
I much prefer Sugar's look. Like, I think Sugar's
Okay.
look is leaps and bounds better than Spice's.
Mhm. No, I agree.
Wait, which one?
What
is
I'm-
Sugar? No, I'm
Sugar's the
kidding.
one in pink.
I know.
I'm okay. What
It's
I do,
fair because honestly, they look the same here.
they are twins. What was I gonna
Everyone
say?
should know this reference.
Mm-hmm. What
Hey
I'm
now.
wondering. Hey now.
Yep.
What I'm wondering is, does Sugar have a reveal on the V?
I would like to know.
Like, does Sugar have the reveal with the pants underneath?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Because
No.
you know what? Bratz dolls wear pants.
The breast dolls wear pants.
Yes.
One of my best quotes this entire season.
Truly, honestly. I think my biggest issue with this, honestly, is Spice's wig.
Oh,
Really?
I think looking at it more, yeah, it's too flat for me. And I understand that it's a direct reference to Lizzie McGuire. And I love that so much. But I just think, I don't know. There's something about the color with the wig. Spice looks cheap. And they don't ever look cheap.
Yeah, they don't.
But Sugar here, 8. Sugar,
Mhm.
8. And I think Spice looks good. It's a little cheap for me, but Sugar 8.
Kind of a bit of a role reversal here because we've been living for Spice's look,
Uh-huh.
and then we love Sugar's finale. Like, no, not finale, reunion.
are we?
Yeah.
Are we ever gonna get into the unaired looks at some point?
We will.
We're gonna do a full separate video doing unaired looks. I don't know when that's gonna be. But I do plan on doing that.
Yeah, we have a couple for today because there is a couple
Yeah.
that they highlighted, which I'm ready to talk about.
I feel like we should save that for the separate video, personally.
Okay.
But
Okay. Sing to me, Paolo. Oh my god. This is the very first time I've seen this Isabella and Lizzie look done wow. Also, I kind of also like it because I tweeted about this. This is like a huge glow up because their lip sync video to Which Dreams Are Made Up was the very first Sugar and Spice TikTok I've ever seen.
yeah.
Like,
Really? Okay.
It's one of their more viral ones, if I remember correctly.
because I've been loving how some of their package has been like glow ups of like their TikTok moments, and some of their some pieces of the package were actually seen on TikTok. This is like a better version of, we've seen certain queens on the show who have attempted to do Lizzie and Isabella, and it looks more like a cheap Walmart version. We've seen like
Ariel Versace. What?
Yeah. You said it, not me. We've seen
I sure did, and I'd say it again.
We've seen a certain basic bitch who caused the Silky Hate Train and did a whole Islamophobic performance, attempt to do Lizzie and Isabella and even Paolo, and it looked horrendous. So this is why I'm glad we have great Brat Star representation this season instead of that trashy, horrid bitch from Jersey.
Yeah.
Mr. Talented?
I'm on her neck too.
I do prefer Sugars. I do get the critique of Spice's on looking a little bit cheap. I'm glad they gave us a gown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're work in progress. They're improving, and I am fans of them, honestly.
You can see the Mistress Isabelle Brooks impact on these two.
Yep.
No, exactly.
You can see it. Like, even in the makeup and the way that they do their eye makeup now, like, I see it so distinctly. And it's still very them, but you can see the little bit of impact that Mistress has made on them. And I would say Malaysia as well.
Okay, so I enjoy also who they've been working with as well. So obviously Sugar and Spice Spice's boyfriend did the wigs, of course. And the outfits were actually made by Howie B, who did Cameron Michaels' Lipstick Assassin look, Ariana Grande's Rain On Me look. They did Sasha's glove look, and Sasha Colby's promo look, and her Cassaville look.
Work. Okay.
So I see sprinkles. So I also see.
I see it. Yeah. No, I see it now that I have all those references. I see the.
They did Nicole Byers looks. Mother. I need her back.
I love that bitch. Scores for the twins.
Spice. 85. Sugar. 95.
My cup is full for both of them because a little bit of a Disney bias because this is like the era of Disney I grew up with and I was born to.
Yeah, same. Yeah. However, for me, Spice 90, Sugar full.
Spice is going to be an 80 for me, and Sugar is going to be full. And I don't think I've given Sugar a full cup, so I'm happy to see that.
Let's discuss reunion shit.
Oh, and then we have the whole cast together.
Yes.
So that's cute and fun. So we're an hour in, and we've only talked about the looks.
I think that's good, honestly.
Brandon, do we have our notes ready?
Yes.
I was going to say, I don't think we have to go over the whole reunion.
Yeah, we don't have to go through the whole thing. I just highlighted, I put everything in because I know there's a lot to cover, but we don't have to talk about all of it. So,
yeah. Is there anywhere we want to start?
The fight for second place.
Okay. Yeah, so we got, they have a whole segment on the second place of it all because apparently that counts now. I did love Mistress being like, because those people online, they be doing their score tallying.
Shout out to Side by Side and Drag Detective. Love y'all down.
Truly. But yeah, so we have Mistress versus Marcia in regards to the Snatch Game. I know we talked about it. Snatch Game feels like literally eons ago.
Yeah.
I still would say that Marcia was second place, personally.
I think it was weird how it was weird how Irene made that comment of being like Marcia was, where she told Marcia, well, it's not hard for you to impersonate a man. Part of me felt a little uncomfortable with that. Like, I understand she was doing Tim Gunn, but part of me feels a little uncomfortable because it's like both of y'all are not cis.
Yeah.
Like, Marcia did a little giggle and then felt a little uncomfortable, maybe, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. Irene was doing well, but also at the same time, Irene was a mixed bag for me.
Irene was interesting. It felt like it very much, and I don't blame her for this, but it felt like, you know, she was trying to get her story time, her airtime, and you know, she was doing everything she could, and she threw everything at the wall, and some of them stuck, and some of them fell very, very flat to the ground.
Some of them very flat, like Spice's wig.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like a lot of the comments, of course, Irene wants to try to get a lot of her time, but at the same time, now, of course, not defending most of this, but Irene is naturally shady. So,
yeah.
And when I met her back last month when she came to town for me, like the amount of stuff that she said, I was dying, like laughing. So, but some of this was just like, oh wow, this is like a little too much.
I mean, then again, she's trying to get her screen time because she is the lowest placing queen on Drag Race history ever. So
yeah.
Like her and Ploopy are like the lowest ranked queens of all time. So
well, Ploopy is tied with someone else we don't speak about. 15th place. Don't be 15th place.
That part.
You're problematic if you're 15th place.
Wait,
Soju.
Give me a hint. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I knew where this is going.
Yeah.
I forgot who it was. That's probably
fair. She is forgettable. So don't
yeah,
worry.
she is forgettable. So.
But yeah, I don't know. There were a lot of people that felt like they were trying to get their airtime, and I don't blame them for that. Irene definitely was one of them. I think Poppy was another one that, you know, kind of interjected at a bunch of different moments, and
I didn't get much from Poppy, so
yeah. I don't get much from her.
Like surprisingly, of like the early eliminated queens, I got the most from Amethyst.
I love Amy.
So,
So
back to second place. I did agree for what it was, but I still thought that with second place, Mistress got second, and then Marcia got third.
I think it should have been a double win of MIB and Loosey.
Okay.
That way, Mistress was still first.
I think Mistress was over Marcia considering performance in the challenge and runway.
I mean, then again, we had 14 girls in the Snatch Game.
That part.
Don't remind me.
Right. I think one day we should do like a video where we do like our own version of how the season should have went. So like wins, who should have went home.
So directly stealing the Drag Detective's idea work.
Yeah,
This could be a collab with Drag
I'm
Detective.
sorry, no. Drag Detective, we love you over here. We love you over here. We love you.
I think that would be interesting.
It would be a great collab.
It's already very well done. But and we all know it's coming as soon as the season is over.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then we also get the second place between Loosey and Luxx in
Both versions.
Yeah, both the Heaven Challenge and the 50-50. I think in both instances, I would put Loosey over. Now, who's got their siren going?
Me.
Wow, Will.
Girl, I'm in New York.
Wow, Will. No,
Well, Julie.
Well, Julie, I just wrote anus.
So one of my favorite quotes.
I would say Loosey over Luxx in both challenges, personally.
Okay, personally for me, my piece, Heaven, Sasha, Luxx, Loosey. Actually, no. Sasha, Luxx, Salina, Loosey. And then 50-50, Luxx, Sasha, Loosey.
Okay.
For me,
Loosey got there because of the belly.
for me, um, the heaven challenge. I think performance and runway. I think I could put. Wait, I'm sorry. What did Loosey wear that week? Does anyone remember?
Which
For
one?
the Metallica,
Yeah, that was Metallica, right?
it was
Oh, it was that gold. It was that gold bodysuit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
purple.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the wig. Yeah, I remember. I could put Loosey over Luxx for that one.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they announced it, Luxx was clearly the second. 50-50, however, for me, it has always been Luxx should have won and then Loosey. That baby bump is unforgivable.
Mm-hmm. And I added Salina, and then I added Salina because I think Salina should have been in the top for that challenge. Point blank in the period.
True. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. For me, so Heaven challenge. Loosey should have been second, and then Luxx, and then for 50-50, I still thought Luxx should have won.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
so in that case, Luxx would have been second for that over Loosey.
All right.
So, and of course, because the fact that both Luxx and Loosey had a lot of like, I wouldn't say argument. Sasha said sexual magnetism between the two.
I mean, who was still in first place? I mean, let's talk about who was still in first.
Mhm.
Wait, I literally have like my ponytail in the bag.
Oh my
And
God.
then leading with this, it led to the drag delusion conversation.
Not the drag delusion.
Several queens were delusional this season. I will say.
Very.
I mean, at least they brought up, at least Amethyst has something to say.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. Now, with this drag delusion, of course, like that was strung up by Mistress. Was Loosey in fact patient zero?
I think Mistress was patient.
I think Mistress was.
Because Mistress knows a lot about drag delusion. Maybe she was patient zero. Maybe Chanel was patient zero.
Oh, Chanel definitely was patient zero in season 1.
That part.
For
Really?
sure. Absolutely. I love her down, but
No, I still think that she should have won that makeover challenge.
Oh, 100%.
oh, absolutely. I completely agree with you. But
You guys think Mistress was the most delusional?
no.
No.
Mistress is in her own world, and I live.
Now, who do I think was the most delusional? Honestly, I don't know.
It was me.
Yeah, I have to rewatch it and like tally out every delusional moment because I
Mhm.
remember Salina in the beginning of the episode after they did the talk show. She
Uh-huh.
said her Mistress should have won. I thought that was delusional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to rewatch it honestly in order to.
There's a lot of stuff that we have to rewatch because like a lot happened this
A
season.
lot happened. Yeah.
So then,
Yeah. Well, what else do we want to talk about? There's a good number of things.
Mhm.
The Golden Boot.
The Golden Boot, which goes. So the nominees were Marcia's tie-dye, Jax's tie-dye, and Selena's Metallica.
Floopy should have been nominated.
Why wasn't Floopy nominated? That's
Why wasn't Marcia's Beautiful Nightmare nominated? Why was Jax nominated, period? Why?
I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of agree that tie-dye look wasn't the best for Jax.
There
Same
were
thing with Marcia.
some-
So
And I know we love her down for the most part, Mrs. Duck, but Tuvanika's look should have been in this category as well.
which one?
Sugar Ball, and tie-dye.
Oh yeah, sugar ball.
Mm.
I did see someone bring up a very interesting point on Twitter that they thought that the the Golden Boo Award is normally for looks that you make.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
For what?
Salina.
Wait, say that again. Say that again.
That the Golden Boo Award is for normally design challenge looks that you made.
Oh
And
yeah.
well, and that is how it's been the last 2 seasons that they
I mean,
did
then
it.
But-
again,
I know,
Salina
but
didn't.
mhm.
Salina did make the bodysuit, but she didn't make the signs or the wig or anything.
Yeah.
In this case, I don't think any design challenge look this season was bad from the ball or
No.
from the
The Fashion Week one.
Lucy could have been nominated for that dog look, the bag
But
look.
she didn't. But she didn't make that.
Lucy should have been nominated for the Start Your Engines look with that Tweevils looking racer look.
Wow.
Am I getting fired?
I knew Selena was gonna get it because that look, it's bad. It's iconically bad. You know, I feel like that's the point of the Golden Boot. You know, iconically bad looks. You know.
Well, and now we get to see Selena on season 16. So you know what? I'm thrilled
On season 6. Oh yeah.
because she's gonna come back to present the Golden Boot.
You know what? You're right.
Mhm.
So I'm not mad at it.
I ain't mad at it. We get to see EsTitties again because she didn't get enough screen time this reunion for some weird apparent reason.
Yeah. What else was there? Oh, all the gates. All the gates.
All the gates.
Metal Gate, Baby Bump Gate, Heaven Gate, 40-inch Gate,
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite gate?
40-inch Gate. Hands down, no question.
Metal Gate, I would say, because it gave us a bunch of memes or whatever. Because Metal Gate gave us the iconic, well, you have a blessed night, as will I. Another thing I want to bring up is Let Loose, of course.
La 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 la.
I don't like how they didn't bring up the fact that Let Loose started on Twitter because of a trend. I need Gary to get their coins. I need Blaze to get their coins because Let Loose blew up because one of my good Judies, Gary, they were trolling the fuck out of everyone with the Let Loose meme. And it actually made me grew to love Let Loose a little bit more. Because when I first heard Let Loose, it was because of the talent show, and I was like, you done embarrassed yourself for Ariana Grande. This is not going to end up well. But then once I heard the studio version,
Julie,
production did Lucy wrong. So
Did
A little bit.
you?
Yeah.
Me, I'm first. I was just listening to that Untucked moment. That one and the sugar daddy monologue. I was listening to it like
The sugar daddy one.
Well,
I forgot about
Mimi,
that.
guess what? We did.
Maybe I'm first was number 3 in the voting. I could not believe.
Let's not quote that wannabe Blackbird either. I'm kidding.
Well, you're not wrong.
Mhm.
Okay. For some weird reason, they talked about crushes, and I was like, no, fight.
Aura.
And
This
then
is a
Aura
public service announcement to Aura Mayari. Get better taste.
That
I
part.
thought she was gonna say Foxx.
I mean, she probably has better taste, whoever her partner is, whoever her fiance is.
Oh,
Have we seen pictures? I don't know. But,
Maybe they're private.
but I love how Aura said, instead of gifts, please donate to the ACLU Drag Defense Fund.
Yeah,
And I'm glad they had that moment as well, bringing up like how things were going on.
Mm-hmm.
I also like the parents coming in and asking questions, as well as Miss Deja Sky, Miss Coco Montrese, and Miss
Asia O'Hara.
The fan questions got me.
Aquaria looks stamped.
Oh, and Miss Aquaria. How could I forget?
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite question from what they asked?
Robin's mother.
That
Rhonda.
Rhonda. Rhonda Fierce.
She was like, why are you coming for my child in the first episode about her wig?
And then And remember how I said that I wanted Aura versus Spice? You know who brought up Aura versus Spice? Mama Mayari.
Oh yeah, that was
I
funny.
died.
Of course, I know a lot of people wanted Aura and Spice to like hash it out, but the way that was the reason why they had to hash that out, I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people wanted that, but at the same time, I was just like, is this enough to warrant like a huge thing or what?
Yeah.
I think it would have been better if Aura brought it up herself, being like, Spice, why did you say my name? Why did you say that I should have been gone instead of Sugar? No one got to know I would have whipped your behind in that lip sync. Aura didn't say much this entire reunion either.
No, not really.
No, yeah, it happens. So,
We
also one of my
need-
favorite.
Go ahead, Brandon.
No, it's unrelated.
Oh, I was gonna say we need to talk about the unaired reads because honestly, they were better than most of the reads that we.
Oh
did.
yeah.
Specifically, I would like to point out Salina's read to Mistress. The difference between Mistress and a brick is that a brick gets laid.
I died at that.
And then Loosey to Mistress, the only thing shorter than your heels is your life expectancy.
I died at that.
I fucking gagged. It was so bad.
And
but
then
it was so
the
good.
library was reopened as usual because that's what they do almost every reunion.
Loosey. Amethyst. Robin only knows to his arm and fist.
Sugar's read to Bosco's sister.
Yep.
Irene, you may be a swamp. You definitely are a swamp witch because what kind of witchcraft did you get to only be in one episode? You have more screen time than Robin.
And Robin.
Yep.
I was like,
Oh
Sugar!
Honestly.
Oh my god, the moms have been teaching these kids well.
And then I loved Sasha's dad joke to Aura. More like, bore to my eyes, eek. I'm like, girl, Miss Sasha, you could not have come up with something better.
Girl,
It was so funny though. I was just like, oh my god.
Maybe she's still in character as Carl and made that dad joke for a reason.
I'm gonna assume so.
Carl.
Yeah, Carl. One of my favorites was Salina to Marcia. Blair St. Clair. No, I mean blue hydration.
Blue hydration.
No. You can't even say blue hydration because Blue wears more makeup than Marcia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue wears more makeup than Salina.
That
Blue
part.
wears extremely more makeup than Anetra.
And then Anetra, Spice, you need
You
some.
need more.
Right.
Exactly. And then Loosey to Amethyst. Mamethyst, you'll never be my drag daughter.
You'll never be my friend.
You'll
Oh my
never be
God.
my drag.
And then Mistress to Malaysia. When they went to each other, I was like, I didn't know they made a fat Albert baby doll. And then I didn't know they made a fat Cabbage Patch Kid.
That was good.
Good.
Oh.
What else?
And
What
then
else
of
is
course
there?
we need to address the elephant in the room of
Mistress?
Poppy to
Mistress was
Loosey.
already there.
Oh, that too.
That would have been a good. I'm leaving.
I would like to. I think we need to address the elephant in the
No,
room.
because that would have been good.
I think we need to address the elephant in the room. Eureka's twin. Yes.
That would have been good if somebody said that.
You know, I would address the elephant in the room, but Mistress is already here.
Okay, but what was the actual elephant in the room?
So Poppy to Loosey. The rumors are true. I did give someone on set COVID. That's why Loosey has no taste.
Okay,
No, 'cause
so
when the preview happened, I was like, wait, is Poppy finally going to talk about COVID? Is she finally going to have a moment? But no, because some stupid read. Go ahead, Logan.
but what I was going to say on that note is we also have found out from thank you Roscoe's. By the way, thank you Roscoe's. As if Roscoe's is like an all-knowing being or whatever. Because Carson Kressley was at Roscoe's this week and got asked a question regarding like why he wasn't in the second half of the season. And he talks about how he got COVID and they had to move up. They ended up moving up the production schedule because his last episode on the season was episode 200.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've not only found out that Carson got COVID and that's why he wasn't on the season, but also they filmed everything from episode 200 on in 10 days.
It still makes me think that Poppy must have been the one that gave him COVID.
But that's such a delayed reaction. That's my problem, is like logistically it doesn't make sense.
I know.
That's where I'm like,
Well, at least Poppy got some screen time, I guess. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Also, I want to say, so at the very end, because there wasn't really anything else I wanted to talk about other than like the top 4 stuff. I don't know if anybody else had. All the anti-drag stuff. Like throughout the whole thing. There will be links below to donate to the Drag Defense Fund as well.
Yes.
So if you can, please try to donate. If you can't donate, because times are hard for all of us, just make sure you're spreading the word. If you can be active in your community, in your city, in your municipality, I don't know. Do whatever you can to promote drag. Go see local drag. I did last night and it was great.
I did too. And
I got to meet Sherry Vine. So
and then on top of that, make sure y'all stay safe as well. It's a very tough time, not only for drag artists but also for trans folks in general, especially for the trans youth. Especially for not only just the anti-drag bills, but mainly the anti-drag bills are also focusing on trying to detransition trans youth as well. So we could also talk about that, which I'm glad Sasha also brought up how this mainly affects trans folks as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I want to bring up is Luxx versus Loosey Part 2, the remix. I think it's kind of weird how Loosey.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of weird how Loosey was like, I don't know why Luxx is telling me, oh, everything I've done on Drag Race has been done before me, while you're wearing a wig from a puppet that was already worn by a puppet weeks earlier. It was kind of funny, but also kind of illogical because queens share wigs all the time. And queens wear, like, I was thinking about this on my way, like, going to the laundromat, dropping off my laundry. I was like, there have been plenty of times queens have been sharing their wigs.
Who was it this season that was like, I'm wearing Poppy's wig? Luxx literally was like, I
Luxx. I have it. Oh,
challenge.
never mind.
Luxx wore Poppy's wig for the crystal ball, for the dripping crystals category of the crystal ball. There was, of course, Sisterhood of the Traveling Bob this season with Luxx's gender affirming Bob being given to Malaysia, then the Kelly wig, obviously. And then what else? Season 11, top 5. Akira borrowed Vanjie's wig that she wore for the makeover in her entrance, and Silky wore Akira's famous blonde wig. You know that wig, the wig that was memed all over during season 11. And then another wig swap moment I could think of is season 9 when Peppermint sent home Alexis Michelle in Alexis Michelle's Kris Jenner wig, and then of course, and then, of course, Raja as LaToya Jackson wearing TKB's Beyonce wig.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Will.
Come on, that knowledge.
There's plenty of more wigs that have been swapped, but... Oh, yeah. Also, too, there's a behind-the-scenes thing where it's like, this is called wig swap, and they were trying to keep it to wigs on.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Wig swap. I said wig swap.
That's the sequel to Wig Loose.
It's Let Loose, Wig Swap.
COVID swab.
Come on, bars.
Oh my god.
Get COVID. I said get COVID. Tag yourself, I'm EsTitties.
I'm Anetra. Also this, we have to acknowledge this. I'm surprised they only talked about this about how the puppets did not match Mistress's tights.
Yeah, Robin brought that up, and I was like, "Yay, Robin getting more screen time per."
Yay!
And then on top of that, Sugar Spice said, "Oh, that's us on Mistress's shoulders." I was like, "Oh Lord."
Again, I still think that like the Mistress puppets was one of the smartest things that Mistress did for Beyonce. Because like I don't think like the fact that no one thought of that and then she did, I was just like, yes, I love it.
Well, and now the Kelly wig has become a staple in Drag Race history.
That part.
Agreed.
However,
However, Lucy's drag is what I would call, for lack of a better term, generic.
like I can understand Lucy getting upset that like Lex is probably saying that her drag is generic and has been done before, but she kind of is not wrong. We've seen people do Dolly Parton on this show. We've seen a Snatch Game winning performance of Joan Rivers before.
Not on U.S. Drag Race, though.
Not on U.S. Drag Race.
Not on U.S. Drag Race.
And we've seen a look inspired by Black Lagoon.
Yeah. Oh, I want to touch back on one of the fan questions. When Asia asked Sasha, "Who's your favorite drag queen?"
Monica Monroe. The number of references to Monica Monroe in this episode just made me so happy.
I need to Google her.
Icon.
Like I don't like. Please don't read me because it's like I'm young.
No.
I will Google.
No, you're
her.
okay. Again, Monica Monroe's a Continental '94 winner.
Well, I wouldn't read you for being young. That's the least of my worries with you.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Ooh.
I'm in my shady era.
I'm in my congenial era.
Yeah, so I love how she mentioned Monica Monroe because, like, again, Monica icon. I just love how like most of Sasha's like inspirations from fellow Continental winners.
Yeah.
Is why like she is like who she is now.
Yeah.
And now she's inspiring other people and being everyone's favorite drag queen.
Favorite drag queen.
I'm trying to think.
Because I was just thinking, is she going to be the second Continental to win? And after we got her top 4 highlight, and we hear what Rue said in the unseen footage, I honestly don't see a universe where Sasha doesn't win.
I know.
I mean, anything can happen because everyone thought Shea Coulee was going to win, and that did not happen.
Well, that was a lip sync tournament where Sasha Velour threw rose petals out of her head.
That's what a Monica Monroe thing. I have this weird inkling because I have this weird like thing where I like know most of these drag family trees. I'm now thinking, does Monica Monroe have any relations to Raja's drag grandma Silky O'Hara Monroe?
I don't believe so, and I think it's because they spell Monroe differently.
Yeah, because
never mind. You're right.
No, yeah, because so Monica Monroe spelled MUNRO.
I mean, then again, my brain has been going through too much today.
But then again, no,
brain parts.
It's a valid comparison because as well, like I think like in those kinds of instances where there's like confusion, I think of the O'Haras, where not every O'Hara is related. Like Fifi, Asia, and Eureka are not related.
None of them are.
And then with the Davenports as well.
You have one too many Davenports.
Well, mind you, with the Davenports, they're 2 different branches. Honey, kind of distinctify that between Akira and her.
Yeah,
during the walkthrough.
So they're like cousins. I think
very very distant cousins,
like 4th cousins. If we really look at that, would be an interesting video looking at the etymology of the Davenport line.
And now just added to that the Brooks too,
of course,
and now added Sugar and Spice.
Exactly.
We should do that.
Honestly, sure.
No, because imagine if your grandmama is Chevelle Brooks, and imagine that your direct auntie Jiggly Caliente, and then you have Sugar and Spice who are like very not their size.
Who else is Jiggly's related to someone else, right?
Let me look this up again because
We talked about this too. I remember
Because
this.
I know.
Because Chevelle's her mom. That's Mistress's sister.
No. She's related to someone else other than Mistress, is what I was saying.
Yeah.
I didn't
Let me look
clarify
this
that.
up.
Yeah, I can look at it later. There was one more thing I wanted to talk about.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, so when they talked about like highlighting how Aura got to perform with Maren Morris, Robin got to speak at Yale Law School. Of
Yeah.
course, they talked about the anti-drag and anti-trans bills, and then also the fact that the Connecticut state government got to talk
That
to
was so
Amethyst, Jax,
Mhm.
Lucy, and Robin.
That was so
Mhm.
fierce.
Mm-hmm.
I live.
Work Connecticut. I
Yes,
never thought I would
honestly.
say that, but work
Honestly.
Connecticut. Literally a quarter of this cast is from Connecticut,
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was Connecticut versus the world, and all of them lost.
and they all
Connecticut,
lost.
This is the world. It's blue and I'm maroon.
I'm very excited for Connecticut versus the world to actually happen,
I've been obsessed
and
with
for Lucy to get fifth again.
Ooh,
Lucy to get fifth again.
Lucy gets fifth
Mia
without the
Easylay
win.
wins.
Yeah! Period. No. Can it be a double crowning between her and Robin?
It could
Please,
be Robin.
that
Okay,
too.
so Connecticut versus the world will be Lucy and fifth. Delilah Wilde and Robin Fierce make an alliance.
Sure.
Um,
Who's the first boot and why is it John Bruce Blonde?
oh, JB, y'all.
Oh my god.
God.
My kid was boobers.
Did we have anything else we wanted to talk about?
I have one more thing to address.
Okay, well.
Prissy Kissness, America.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh,
Mr.
speaking of
Talent-
Luxx, the way that they were able to like show like the judges' deliberations for that because of all the episodes that was cut, and I was just like, now you're finally showing it. Thank you to my petition, by the way.
Thank you, Brandon.
We're gonna be saying that.
I'm thankful. I only have to say it for one more fucking episode. No, I'm kidding. Mr.
Like,
Talented,
I will
you
say,
had
oops, sorry. Mhm.
Oh, go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, so I will say, like, all like the highlights, like now I know why like Rue loved Mistress in the Daytona win too, even though I still thought Malaysia should have won.
Mhm.
I agree completely.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the way that when Rue said to Anetra, "I think there's a fire extinguisher in the back,"
Oh my God.
and of course, when you always see Untucked, you always see that fire extinguisher when they like pan to that room they get eliminated in.
Mhm.
So I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, I think that's the fire extinguisher they were referencing. I was just
I
like,
think so. Yeah. Mr. Talented, you were gonna say?
Yeah, I was just gonna. It had nothing to do with the reunion. It actually, I just want to know, without spoilers, because I haven't seen any of the spoilers. I want to know what are our predictions for next week, like top 2, Miss Congeniality.
Oh, I was about to ask Miss Congeniality as well.
I will not be participating because I know
Yes,
both
you
of those
know.
things. So I will not be participating in that. So I will ask the question, Mr. Talented, in question and answer. Your question is, who do you think will be the top 2 of the season, and who do you think will be Miss Congeniality?
Yeah. I love my Mistress, but I think they're not giving her the crown this season. I think she could have been top 2 and possibly win, but I think they're saving her for All Stars, and that's fine because I get to see her again. I think. No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mrs. Talented. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, I think the top 2 will be Anetra and Sasha. I think they've been building up, that storyline a little bit.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be them. Miss Congeniality. Honestly, I think if they don't, well, then again, it doesn't really have to be that way. But if they don't crown Sasha, I think she could get it because based on the Untucked, I think she has been a little bit congenial. Or it's giving Malaysia or Spice, honestly.
I will just say, and this isn't a spoiler, I don't believe that the top 4 are eligible to be Miss Congeniality. I think that's kind of been the, other than the only time where a finalist has been Miss Congeniality, I believe.
Italia too with Nehelenia.
No. season 1 because
Season
Nina
1, Nina
Flowers won, but also Nihilenia. That is correct.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I don't think the top 4 is eligible.
Unless we count
But-
Pop Buzz, because Bimini.
Oh, right.
That was after the season.
Yeah, that was after the season. So
Yeah, you're right.
Will Justice, your
Yes,
answer.
ma'am. Okay, so I've been aiming for Sasha and Luxx, of course, to be my top 2. However, I definitely could see a Sasha and Mistress top 2.
Okay.
I just know Sasha is secured for top 2. That's all I know and how I feel. I wouldn't mind Sasha versus Mistress because it will be like that niece NT moment. Chevelle is gonna have to be, and then you're gonna have Chevelle Brooks in the audience like making the final decision instead of
Chevelle's
RuPaul.
like
Chevelle's gonna be like
Chevelle gets a dress. It's like those shirts that are cut in half with those parents for like 2 different colleges. But instead it's just 2 different it's Sasha's
RuPaul-
merch and Mistress's merch.
RuPaul
Could
will have
you
to-
imagine?
Okay, it will be Sasha versus Mistress. The lip sync ends. RuPaul asked Chevelle Brooks to step up, and Chevelle Brooks is the final factor on who wins the season.
No. She asked Chevelle Brooks to come up. Chevelle Brooks, congratulations. You are the winner of season 15 of Drag Race.
that
That
would be a gag. That
She
would
gave
be
her
a
chocolate
gag.
spotlight last year. She should give Chevelle the spotlight this year.
Right?
Right.
Or maybe the princess, because of course what's been going on in Tennessee.
That part.
The princess.
And then your Miss Congeniality.
And then my Miss Cuckoo will be, it's between, I know a lot of people are saying Sugar and Spice, but it's like, that would be more fan favorite, and I don't want another fan favorite moment.
That part.
I do think it could be between the La Dame herself, Robin Fierce, or my Malaysia Babydoll Foxx. I'm going for my wing. If not one person, if Lex does not win, I want one of my people from my wing to win Miss Congeniality.
Sure.
Even though that don't give me brownie points or whatever, so I can still say one.
No,
of my
there
girls.
are points for Miss Congeniality.
Yeah, there are points.
So
All right.
Mhm. Okay, as for me.
wait, no, I have to ask the question.
Okay.
Brandon Wu, your answer, please.
Okay, so for top 2, of course, I am still like on the whole API train of both Sasha and Anetra.
Sure.
Because again, now fun fact, have you seen on both Instagram and Twitter, Anetra has more likes than Sasha for Who Wants to Win?
I have seen that.
And she has the most for Instagram in history, which is crazy too.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
I know. Like, it is wild to me that like, and of course, like Noir also talked about this, how like the fact that both Sasha and Anetra are in the top 2, and like we haven't had an Asian in the final 2 since Kimchi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we haven't had a Pacific Islander in the finale
Ever.
Mhm.
Sasha's the only Pacific Islander to be on Drag Race,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
to my
Which is-
knowledge.
Sasha is representing plenty of different communities. She's representing the women. She's representing trans women. She's representing Indigenous people. She's representing Pacific Islanders. She's representing Hawaii. She's representing House of Colby.
She's representing drag legends.
She's
Like,
representing
yeah.
legends. And we
Mhm.
haven't had a legend to win them forever.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So this is why like if either Sasha or Anetra wins, like this is gonna be special to me. Like this is
I'm happy. I'm excited that the winner circle will end up being. We're able to say who the Belgique winner is, right? It's been how many days?
yeah, we can say it. I don't.
Mhm.
Spoiler for the finale of Drag Race Belgique. Mr.
I'm-
Talented, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, great.
I know why you're mad. Okay.
I'm fine with I will be fine with this winner circle at the very moment being the Gwen, Sasha Colby, and hopefully Amara Thunderpussy and Clever Beach.
I hope.
Yep. And so yeah, that's why like it's been very
Sure. And your Miss Congeniality, Brandon Wu.
I'm very like pro Malaysia Babydoll Foxx for this, because like after seeing like how she's been to like everyone, like especially when she got very vulnerable and untucked that one episode, I was just like, I really hope that Malaysia gets it,
I
because
fucking love Malaysia so much.
I will say that some of you are correct.
Correct.
That is all I will say.
Okay.
But then the only person all three of us said in common was Malaysia.
I'm not saying what you're correct on.
Okay.
I'm saying in the question and answer of who is your top two and who is in Miss Congeniality,
Okay.
some of you are correct in certain aspects of those choices.
Plot
that you've made.
twist.
Some
Plot
of you correct,
twist.
and some of you are not.
Plot twist. The top two is Irene and Ploopy.
No. Plot twist. It's the
No.
top three lip sync between Victoria Scone, Wintergreen, Janet the Planet, and
Michelle Visage.
Michaela Couture.
Oh, okay. I like the Michaela Couture edition.
Hashtag team lesbian.
Yes, we're still winning,
Yeah, we're still winning.
bitches.
I'm
And
still
anyway.
bitter. I'm the only
And
one that's
it's-
out of the draft.
And Miss Congeniality will be Victoria Scone, obviously.
Obviously.
That's the lesbians.
Well, I think that's a great place to wrap up. We will be back next week with the finale. It is here. It is happening. We'll be talking all about everything with the finale. I don't know when because all of our schedules are very busy next weekend.
Oh yeah.
So we will be back at some point in the future to talk about the finale of RuPaul's Drag Race season 15. In the meantime, we just wrapped up our coverage of Drag Race Belgique. So if you want to go check that out, make sure to do that. We have our first winner of the year, as we already spoiled. We are also covering Drag Race Sverige with our good friend Maddie, aka Be Like Boy. So go check that out. España is coming very soon, so check that out as well. And plenty more Drag Race content and other content on the way. So make sure to subscribe, like, share, do all the things, follow all of us because we're great. Cheers.
Cheers.
So let loose.
You're holding it together, baby. What's this?
Oh shit! Wait.
We don't have monetization yet. It's fine.